From the world headquarters of Fox News, it's The Kelly File with Megyn Kelly.
Well, the media has covered virtually every move that Donald Trump has made in this campaign. And now two high-profile publications are focused on his wife, Melania. The New York Times running a piece describing her as the silent partner. The Washington Post calling her a, quote, new model for First Lady. Both pieces focus on Mrs. Trump's career as a model and her background as an immigrant, and both reports are creating some controversy. We'll explain why. Joining me now, Chris Direwalt, our Fox News digital politics editor, and Howie Kurtz, host of Fox News Media Buzz. So this from the New York Times, Howie, that talks about her modeling career, referring to her as a mannequin instead of a model, focusing on the salacious moments in her modeling career, and then writing that were it not for her husband's presidential aspirations, she might resemble that of any number of trophy spouses in New York. Really?
That jumped off the page at me. Now, on the surface, this piece looks like it's describing Melania Trump as being sexy and glamorous, but it is so condescending, trophy spouse. And what other potential first lady gets treated like this? There was even a tweet that the Times later deleted that Melania had posted on her Twitter account that showed a close-up of her at a very skimpy bikini bottom. I mean, it's being salacious and condescending to a woman who is obviously a devoted mother and isn't that into politics.
What has she done, Chris, to deserve the ire of the New York Times? I mean, they seem to be irritated that she's not some strident feminist who doesn't believe in, walking the runway as a model.
Well, look, what she's done, it was probably easier for her when her husband was a Democrat. He is a Republican now, and they are treating her. This is not the first time we've ever seen a candidate spouse treated this way. Cindy McCain, if you recall, got pretty rough treatment from the press and for some time. And it's I will say that the technical term is grody, and this sort of behavior is all too common.
Mannequin? Really? I mean, talking about her as the trophy wife, I mean, if somebody else did this about a Democrat, the New York Times would be crying sexism. But they can do it. It's fair game because it's Donald Trump's wife and he's running as a Republican. It's really disrespectful. It is disrespectful to her. Let's move on because there is something in the polls today that is not good for Jeb Bush. A new poll has come out. Donald Trump is the front runner by far. Let me put it on the board. 25. He's got 25. Ben Carson's got 16. And way down below is Jeb Bush at 4%, Howie. 4.
This is just a stunning number for the former governor of Florida. And it's time to say it out loud. His campaign is not working very well. He is not showing much passion. He can't deliver a jab. He speaks in kind of a policy speak, and he has to fix this and fast. I mean, and as far as Trump having that big lead, all the pundits, and you know who you are out there, who said people are sick of him, he's declining. This guy's had shown remarkable staying power, but I would say the headline is Jeb. I respect what Jeb did in Florida, but he can't run on a record from a decade ago.
What happened to all the Republicans, Chris, who said that they didn't care about having a smooth talker or a great debater? They just wanted to find somebody real true conservative on policy and so on. And Jeb Bush has got a conservative record in Florida. I understand the immigration issue and the Common Core issue, but what's happening?
I think what's happening here is that Jeb Bush has too much competition. And I don't just mean with Trump, with whom he unsuccessfully engaged for a period of time. I mean that in this cycle, unlike in the previous cycle, what you saw the last time with Mitt Romney was Romney stayed steady. He faced a series of 4 or 5 alternatives who shot up and then exploded. Romney stayed steady and went through because he wasn't splitting the vote up with any other candidates on the more traditional side of the ballot. This time, Jeb Bush has real competition, not just in the form of Ben Carson, not just in the form of Carly Fiorina, not just in the form of John Kasich, but first and foremost, Marco Rubio, and that's why Jeb Bush's campaign is on the attack.
Do you believe, Chris, as some are suggesting that Jeb is done?
No, it's still early, and you know what he's about to do? He's about to scramble his eggs. He's going to make a new campaign out of this exciting. Because what they've done to this point has not worked, and you cannot be running 5th or 6th. You cannot be at 4% and make a credible argument that you are the inevitable one.
I recommend the non-stick pan because even though they say it causes cancer, it is so much easier to fry an egg on. So much easier. Great to see you both.
Thanks, Megyn.
Well, we also have new reaction tonight to suggestions that Mitt Romney might yet jump into this race. One of Romney's chief 2012 advisors, Stuart Stevens, joins the Kelly File next.